Oh, hey, hello there. I didn't see you. Hey, what is up, guys? It's a special guest for this certain video on this certain account. The name's Toon Ricky. I have a YouTube channel that has a decent amount of subscribers. You know, I don't post much other than shorts, but if you want to check it out, go ahead. Yeah, I'm taking over my girlfriend's account for this one video, and I wanted to share with you something cool, I guess, something positive, because, you know, the world's kind of, you know, really bad place right now. You know, I'm gonna be honest, I don't know if I can swear or not. I mean, probably I can. But yeah, I just wanted to make this quick video. Well, not quick video, but like a storytime video. Just, you know, something interesting, something, you know, adding a bit more, I guess, substance to the channel. I mean, the channel's already good enough as it is with a lot of cool artwork. But for me, though, it's like my voice kind of in a way. But yeah, I guess in a way, a story time that I do want to talk about is kind of back last year. Now, admittedly, 2022 was quite honestly not the greatest year for me, and it's usually a lot of personal reasons, some that I don't really want to get into, you know, because it's kind of personal, it's very private, and trust me, it's been so exhausting, like the past few years when, you know, the whole thing happened. You know, a lot of people started to go insane, you know, a lot of crazy stuff in the world, so many people getting killed. It's quite a really, it's a terrible time for a lot of people, and for me, I'm definitely one of those people, but it's usually for different reasons. But I will say, though, 2022, I would say, is one of the years that, well, in total, it is quite, it wasn't that great. But a few good things have happened during that year. I will say, spending time with my girlfriend has been here for me, throughout the entirety of that shitty year. But there was two things that happened that year that, I'm gonna be quite honest, it was actually probably the best thing that's ever happened to me, those two moments. The second moment was kind of a repeat, but I do want to talk about the first moment. So the year previously, in 2021, during Christmas, my sister got me a ticket to go see an Imagine Dragons concert. Now, if you guys don't know, I'm a huge fan of Imagine Dragons. I know a lot of people don't like the band, but I personally love the band. I've been listening to their music for quite a long time, and it's been hitting me in all the right places, you know, emotional-wise, mental-wise, and of course, ear-wise, because I have an earworm for Imagine Dragons. It's kind of weird, but I don't care, because I love their music, so. But I've been a fan of the band for quite a long time, and not recently, but that year they released their new album. Well, it was part one to their two-parter album, and it was Mercury Act 1, and I can honestly say it's probably one of my favorite albums that I've listened to. It had like raw emotion, you know, it was an album about basically celebrating life. It's about dealing with grief, with so much emotion, so much anger, so much frustration, but also basically an instance of life and reaffirmation, you know, and that aspect. You know, there's a lot of things I could talk about with the album, but, you know, we're not talking about the album. But yeah, they released the album that year, and I was actually looking forward to their world tour that they were going to be doing later, 2021, I believe, or yeah, it was actually 20. I think they released the album, and, you know, I completely forgot. I don't know, but the moment. But I know they released their album that year. Yeah, and then I was, of course, looking forward to their world tour, which the tickets we got was actually into Miami, Florida. So, of course, we had to get everything planned up. You know, wait, was it 2021? Yeah, it was 2021. Yeah, okay, I was kind of confused with the years. And then we did the tour in 2022. Okay, that's good. So anyways, yeah, we had everything planned out, and, you know, get ourselves a hotel, get ourselves plane tickets, because, you know, this was actually quite a very exciting moment for me, because, like, it's my first time being at an Imagine Dragons concert. I kind of wish I was at a concert during their Evolve, you know, tour, because I love Evolve. It's actually my number one favorite Imagine Dragons album. You know, I know it's hated by a lot of people, but for me, hits me all the right spots. But Mercury Act 1 is definitely a close second. But anyways, yeah. So we got everything planned out. We got ourselves our plane tickets. We got ourselves a hotel reservation, which the hotel we went to is a Travelodge hotel, which, I mean, it wasn't bad, but it was kind of sketchy. You know, it was unfortunately the only hotel I could find that's cheap, at least to help us through the 2 days that we're going to be staying there. But I guess it wasn't too bad. You know, during that time, we ordered some really good pizza, which actually tasted pretty good. But there's the thing that I didn't actually know about when it comes to hotels. Now, usually, there are two choices you can have. You can either pay for your hotel reservation at the spot, well, not the spot, but, you know, when you make the reservations online, or you can actually pay for it when you get to the hotel. And that's what I did. I actually, because I didn't have much money when I ordered the hotels. So I just said, you know what, once we get to the hotels, I'll actually pay for the reservations. It was kind of awkward, honestly, because for one, I didn't know they give you like an extra charge, but it's not really like they're taking money away from you, but it's kind of like, I guess they call it a deposit, basically. And it's kind of like, if anything happens in your hotel room, then they basically kind of take away most of the deposit, you know, like any damages to the TV, any, if you steal anything inside the hotel room, like blankets, pillows, or I guess, any products they have in there, like soap and shampoo. I mean, who even wants their soap and shampoo? It's kind of nasty. That's what we got. We brought our own. But yeah, it was kind of weird. But for one thing is that the deposit kind of took away most of my bank account. I was really I actually wanted to like save most of it just to buy like any shirts or any other piece of merchandise to take with me, because it's like I want to be remembered for this. And then of course I also took my Imagine Dragons. What was it? It was a shirt with the eye and the both eyes. It was the what do you call it? It was that teaser they did for like Cutthroat and Follow You, which were two single tracks for the album. You know, I took that with me because of course I was gonna wear that during the concert, because why not? But yeah, it was kind of awkward a bit, you know, since the next day afterwards it was the concert day, but unfortunately it was gonna start at 7 o'clock or 8 o'clock around that time. And we just went out and just walked around and stuff. I think we visited like a cupcake store. You know, I think it was a cupcake store. Yeah, it was a cupcake store. You know, we walked, we got a good exercise for the day, so that was good. And then we took some waters home. Unfortunately, we couldn't take the waters with us to the plane on the way back home. So, yeah, it is what it is. But, you know, during that time, it was actually fun, you know, just, you know, traveling around, just walking around, just checking out different places around Miami, or at least around the area that we can go to. And then once we went back to the hotel room, we ordered ourselves an Uber, and then we went our way to the concert, which, funny thing is, I thought the concert, like, the hotel, like, here's the thing, there's like two roads. Now, the hotel we were at was on the right side of the streets, and I thought that the concert was to the right, when it turns out it was actually on the left. It was like left, go as many blocks as you can, and then literally the arena that they're hosting the concert at is right there. And I'm like, oh my god, I went the wrong direction. Imagine that. Imagine we went to the wrong direction. It would be kind of annoying and sad. I'm not a very smart person. But we made our way to the concert, and, you know, we actually got there a little early, because I was thinking, like, you know, oh, if we get there early, we can be the first ones in line. But, yeah, we had to wait there for quite a while. But thankfully, there was actually, like, one of those merch stands outside, and we went to check it out and, you know, see what they have. You know, they have the hats, they have the sweatshirts, they have the T-shirts, and they have wristbands. To be honest, I was kind of disappointed it wasn't a lot. You know, I thought maybe it'll be a little bit more, but we were hoping, you know, probably have more inside. But, you know, I just want to buy a T-shirt. And then I bought a T-shirt with, like, those big logos in the front where it says Imagine Dragons Mercury World Tour. I thought, you know, I wanted that shirt. So that's what I got. I got that shirt. And I felt pretty satisfied now that I have the shirt. You know, it was kind of funny. And then I got myself a wristband. Unfortunately, I don't have the wristband with me right now. But the wristband was pretty cool. And then I believe I also got a hat, but unfortunately, no, it wasn't a hat, it was a beanie. I lost the beanie. I'm kind of disappointed I lost it, but I got a beanie, which was pretty cool. But yeah, that's pretty much the merch I got. And I think I also got another t-shirt. It was more for, I believe it was for my mom, and then my sister got one for my brother. I don't know. I'm trying to remember. It was kind of hard to remember during that time, but we had to wait a few hours. And then finally they were letting people in. We were kind of almost the first ones in line, because I see a lot of people around us. They were also wearing like different Imagine Dragon shirts. Like I even saw one with a guy that actually wore the same shirt as me, and then there's other people that actually wore like shorts from shirts from the Evolve World Tour, and even some from the Night Visions tour, like way back in 2013. I think there was one from Smoke and Mirrors too, from 2015. I don't know. I could be mistaken, but I've seen so much of the Imagine Dragons merch on a lot of people. I've seen people wear so many of those shirts, and it was actually quite funny. Well, it wasn't funny, but it was actually quite, exciting, because it's like, oh my god, these guys are Imagine Dragons fans too. But yeah. Anyways, so we finally got inside. We were gonna actually buy some food and drinks, but like, oh my god, the prices! Like literally buying a bottle of Coke for $7. Like, that's. Of course, they want to keep pulling money away from us. Isn't that exciting? But of course, we made our way in, and we were getting pretty excited, seeing now, like, okay, like we actually got ourselves like good seats. Well, not me, but my sister got us good seats for the gift. And it was actually pretty exciting. It was like, I was so excited, but it was also really cold. We should have brought sweaters, and I should have brought sweatpants. I had to wear shorts because it was hot outside, but it was cold inside the arena. So, it wasn't that great to be standing there for quite a while. Well, not standing, but sitting. We actually got like seats. We didn't get the pit and stuff. That's actually for the second concert we went to, but it's a different story. But yeah, we were there. We were waiting for, like, I think it was the opening act, which was an artist that I never heard of. I think his name was Grandson, and he had some rock out songs too. They sounded pretty damn good. If you guys know who Grandson is, let me know, because I don't know who Grandson is, but I guess his music is actually pretty good. And then finally we made it to the Imagine Dragons concert, and throughout the entire time I was just singing along to their songs, songs including their classic songs like Radioactive, Believer, Demons, Whatever It Takes. And then, of course, when they start playing the new songs too, like I believe one of the songs was Lonely and Dull Knives. Dull Knives is actually my personal favorite Imagine Dragons song, because it was quite honestly the most relatable to me, because it talks about depression, it talks about, crying out for help, but while your body cries out for help, your voice doesn't. It's like, the whole thing about, when people ask you if you're okay or not, and you so desperately want to tell them that, yes, I need help, so please can you come and help me, but your simple response is, I'm okay, I'm fine, that kind of thing. We're not going to talk about much of that, but you know what I mean. Dull Knives is actually my personal favorite, so I freaked the hell out when they actually play the song. Funny thing too is that throughout the concert, while everyone else was, of course, going along with the more popular songs like Radioactive and Believer. Obviously, people know the songs because they've been overplayed on the radio. I mean, I like the songs too, but I also like their other songs on the albums. Like I'm So Sorry, or like I said earlier, Dull Knives. But when they started playing those songs, especially Dull Knives, I just freaked the fuck out. I couldn't even pay attention because I got so hyped for the song, because it was actually, it was exciting, obviously. And even later on, my sister told me that I freaked out so much that even the family in front of me was like looking back at me, so weird. But it's like, I don't care. I'm having a fun time. Like, literally, they're playing one of my favorite songs, and it's just really exciting. They played My Life. They played Lonely. They played Wrecked. They played Dull Knives. They played It's Okay. Like, so many of these good songs from that album. I think the only thing that I'm kind of annoyed at when it comes to Imagine Dragons, at least when you go to their concerts, is that they always got to play their old songs. And I'm like, why don't you give the new album some attention? You kind of did that with Smoke and Mirrors. I mean, it's cool that you're playing the popular songs, like the classics. That's fine and all. I'm okay with that. But, like, we're talking about Mercury Act 1 here, and, you know, from Smoke and Mirrors, they played, like, most of their songs from that album, but for Mercury Act 1, it's like, I want to listen to more of the other songs, but, you know, yeah, it is what it is. But still, though, that doesn't really deteriorate, I can't even say the word right. It doesn't deteriorate my experience with the concert, because it was just so damn exciting. It was amazing. It was just the biggest spark that I've ever experienced in my life. And after we came out of the concert, I just felt so happy, because it's like I got to see my favorite band live, and it was just chaotic in the best way possible. But, you know, afterwards, we just got rested up and then got ready for our trip back. But my God, it was just so damn exciting. It was a moment that I'll never forget for the rest of my life. Like, I even have most of my recorded footage, but it's kind of hard to go through. But it was quite exciting. And then later on, they updated their world tour schedule, where they were going to actually be not airing, but they were going to be doing a show in Dallas. And I wanted to head there to Dallas too, you know, because it was just kind of close to where I live. Well, far away. But I will say it was still a good show, but it wasn't exactly as impactful as the first one. The first one was just like booming. It was like, oh my God, it felt so damn exciting. It was like a memorable moment that you'll never forget. Obviously, they played the new songs, like I think it was Younger. I'm trying to remember. It was Younger. It was I'm Happy. And then Bones definitely was the one I sung along the most. And of course, Dan wanted the crowd to get hyped up and stuff like that. But the first one will always have a special place in my heart. It was definitely one of the moments that I'm just like, I can't believe I went to an Imagine Dragons concert. It was that goddamn exciting. It was their first concert for their tour, and I felt happy. I was like the happiest man in the world, because I experienced something that is probably going to rest with me for the rest of my life. I don't know if I said the words right. I'm sorry. I'm just too excited just talking about all this. But yeah, Imagine Dragons. I saw their concert, the first concert of their tour, and it was, I mean, what else can I say? It was just exciting. It was just amazing. Just probably one of the best experiences that I'll ever have in my life. You know, other than, you know, with my girlfriend. My girlfriend's been the best thing happening to me, and I love her for that. But for being at a Imagine Dragons concert, it was quite exciting and quite memorable. And it was definitely one thing that I'll never forget for the rest of my life. But yeah, that's pretty much my whole experience being at an Imagine Dragons concert. It was just amazing. It was memorable. It was something that, honestly, I'm just glad I got to experience, you know, especially considering of how crap the year was. At least I can look at the silver lining and just say, I went to an Imagine Dragons concert. And yeah, it was just amazing. But anyways, hopefully you do like the Storytime video. I don't know how long this video has been so far, but you know, it was something different. And of course, do subscribe and do like my girlfriend's videos. And of course, check out my channel too if you want other stuff. I do cartoon stuff, you know, reviews and stuff like that. At least I'm trying to. I've been kind of inactive because of work and stuff. I hate stress. I hate depression. Don't we all? Anyways, hopefully you guys enjoy the video. Thank you so much for watching, and I'll see you all next time. Whoa!